Hi, hello, hi everybody. Tonight or this noon, we are going to review a movie called Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. It is a movie written entirely by Tom Cruise. It's one of those Tom Cruise designed movies where I think he does a lot of those spy movies just only for him to do this Tom Cruise run. You know, the run that he does where he's like running, and he keeps running, and you think he's about to stop, but he still keeps running and running and running. That was essentially Ghost Protocol. So in this movie, they try to prevent World War III again between the United States and Russia, nuclear missiles going in and out and destroying each other. So that was the theme of this movie. So it is like they go to the Kremlin to steal the nuclear codes. But they find out there's an alternative or like a competitive team out there who stole the codes before them, and they bomb the Kremlin. And because of the so and so missions that are involved, like the United States government then bans the IMF. So because they are banned, they are kind of like now rogue operatives who kind of like have to save the world on their own without any of the assistance from the rest of the world. So rest of the world, or from the US government or CIA, as you might call it. So they go to Dubai to find out like where this like exchange is happening between the nuclear codes and like some arms dealer, and they kind of like end up getting the nuclear codes and like doing a full classic switcheroo in Tom Cruise fashion. And in this goes and what I really liked about this Dubai sequence was like it features all the interesting places in Dubai, and also the interesting things in Dubai that comes to your mind, like the Burj Khalifa. It is a very spectacular building. When I went there, I had like an amazing time looking at the building. It was an incredible outstanding building that like you never it is like a magnificent like feast of like the world's kind of like building. And also with the Burj Khalifa, you would also see the I've also been to the desert safari, so they showed a sandstorm in this movie. That's something that I've also really liked and admired about like this Tom Cruise movie. And finally, for the end sequence, they come to India, to Bombay, I believe, and to see all these they meet Anil Kapoor, and they try to say get the launch codes from this like Russian operative, and try to save the world. And they do so in a very spectacular terrific manner. And just from the beginning of the movie, like you see the entire plot of the movie and like scenes from the entire movie that is being played out like in with the Mission Impossible theme song, tan 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 tan. And you can see all the like gimmicks and like things that are shown throughout the movie, even within the opening sequence, and that kind of like readies you up for the entire movie. And I think that's a very wonderful, unique thing that they do in the Mission Impossible movies that they haven't done in like other movies, maybe in some James Bond movie. But like I really like the fact that like in Hollywood movies, certain genres have their own way of expressing their storytelling. So Hollywood is not one specific homogeneous industry. You have all these terrific spy thrillers that are like doing their own kind of like thing. And I'm really excited for the next Mission Impossible kind of like movies that's coming out in July. I really hope it's great. And even the Mission Ghost Protocol, I saw it like in college, like with my guy friends. That was one of the few movies that like I went with a lot of friends and whatnot, and that really showed me the importance of uh, storytelling and like seeing movies together with friends, and not just simply going there for the sake of like doing things. And that was one of the times where like my brain changed to the point like I felt like sharing for the sake of sharing, and like giving joy of the movie telling or like the movie going experience to my other friends, so that they also feel the joy of like seeing the movies, and they get really excited by movies the way that I get excited, so that later on they kind of like they pass on the they do the they pay it forward, and they give the joy from like certain movies to other people. So these movies are windows to the world of like certain like ways of thinking, like Tom Cruise has a way of thinking. And I'm very happy that like I introduced like these different worlds through screens through to some of my friends, and they in turn like gave it to the next person, so far and so forth. Do watch all the mission, do try to binge watch and marathon run the Mission Impossible movies before the next Mission Impossible movie comes out. Again, like I'm thank you, have a nice great day, thank you.